What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Loner Gaming Squad channel. Goodbye, Jay. And today we're doing the Marvel MCU and non-MCU tier list. Now, I know it's like, but why? And I was like, because I got something to say. But most importantly, just like, just for fun, just trying to see like where I actually rank the movies, because I've seen most of these movies several times, and so now to actually put them in order, especially after the year that we had. I done watched all these, bro. I've been inside the house. So yeah, we're gonna sit here and rank them all, see where like some of these sit with me, see where some of these don't sit with me. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun real quick. Knock these out. Now, my categories are, as you can see, Goat James. That's just cream of the crop. Just you're not messing with it. Fire, which is cool, and which is not cool, but Fire is like, this movie was solid. I would go, rewatch it 4 or 5 times. Solid did its job, for what it was. I didn't waste no money. It's like, maybe I could have waited on this one. That Sunday special is the one that's on at like noon, and you on the couch, and you don't feel like getting up and changing the channel, so you just sit there and be like, all right, I guess I'll watch this. And then the ultimate yikes category, where in these movies just I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what happened. But yeah, those are our categories, and let's jump into the first pick. Oh, before we do though, hit that sub button, like, comment, the vibes, the whole thing, and let's jump into it. First on the list looks like it's Ant-Man, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp is right here. And I can thoroughly say, I will put Ant-Man in the solid section. I won't say it was fire. It was better than the Ant-Man was good. Same thing with Ant-Man and the Wasp too. Like that, these two are really good movies. Michael Pena is hilarious. T.I. was great in it. Like the movie, they did a really good job of making the character of Ant-Man interesting, which is what I was kind of worried about. Like when I first heard they're making an Ant-Man movie, like, man, nobody trying to see that. Nobody want to see Ant-Man, but they did a really good job of making these movies like, comedic, paced really well. Paul Rudd is an all-star. Like they did a really good job. Age of Ultron. Once again, this is probably solid. I think out of the Avengers movies, it's probably the worst. But for it to be in solid, it still, gets the job done. I think James Spader as Ultron was just phenomenal. We did get Wanda. We also got Vision in this one. Shout out to WandaVision. We got the first glimpse of like that Wakanda actually existed. With Ulysses Claw. So it wasn't a bad movie. I just think that like it was a setup. It was a lob for a lot of like different things. Because I believe in Ultron this is when Thor had the vision of the stones. I think this is also the one where Wanda was playing tricks on Tony's head, and then like he started just panicking. So it's definitely the perfect lob for what's like to come next. Endgame is fire. It's definitely fire. Just I guess we have to put Infinity War. And Infinity War, I'm gonna put in Goat James. Like this was a really good like movie, a well put together movie. But to go back to Endgame real quick, is that like it was the perfect way to wrap it up. I was kind of wanting more space stuff, but that's just because like I understand like how cosmic Thanos actually is. And I guess there was like some space things in there. I just wanted more things in space, and also would have been, and this is just in total, like it would have been really dope to have the X-Men there. Infinity War was a great film because like but the heroes didn't win. And leaving that theater, you were like, yo, what's next, yo? Like, what you mean everybody dead? And then like, you know, the spoofs that all the actors are like, nah, I'm dead, bro. I'm not even in it. You know, and like meanwhile they didn't record it in game or filmed in game already, or parts of it. Man, Infinity War was a great movie. It was great to see that like this is how fragile the team is. They were not ready for Thanos, like not ready at all. Black Panther, no James, just based off of the cultural effect it had for, you know, black people everywhere. It was just out of here, bro. Like we needed to see that. We needed to see like how dope like it would be if it's, you know, for us to be superheroes. Yeah, even with that, like, you know, like the Warriors being all women, all black women, like that was great. That was amazing to see. Michael B. Jordan did a really good job in that. The only part I could say I did not like with Black Panther was that it was completely CG, and like, and granted, all Marvel movies are CG, but it was like the fight scene that he had with Killmonger was like, you can tell it was just, you know, it was CG and whatnot. And I kind of wish it was just like on a grander, like, you know, stage. Of course, the Killmonger one-liners in there, the whole "Hey Auntie," like, it was a great movie. It was a really, really good movie. Next in the list is Blade. That goes in the GOAT category for the simple fact that without this, bro, we don't get the rest of this. Without Blade doing what it did, this MCU does not exist, bro. And Blade came out and showed out. Now, personally, as a child, was not watching Blade. Nah, vampires, blood, you're not giving me nightmares. It's not happening. So when I got older and I started watching, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is one of the ones. Same thing with like Blade 2. I put Blade 2 in the fire category. Blade 2 was great as well. Yeah, I can personally say Blade 2 was more enjoyable than Ant-Man and Ultron. Yeah, I can say that. Blade 3 is gonna go in the yikes category. It's crazy how far you can like fall off from grace. This is one of those movies where I get it, I see what you're trying to do, but nah. Captain America movie did not see. We'll start off with the first Avenger, and this sits right here in the Sunday special. I cannot watch this movie, bro. I've tried, and the thing is, like, even like the action scenes are great. It's just so hard for me to sit down and watch this movie. It's almost like if there was a Marvel movie in black and white, this was the one that was in black and white. Just like, man, I can't do this. Winter Soldier, easily my favorite Marvel movie currently is Winter Soldier. I think they gave, after first Avenger, they gave Cap the Avenger like special with all his movies from there, like here on out, because Winter Soldier was like, yeah, this was the one. Just like, even like the fight scenes with Bucky and like how like destructive like he was looking crazy. The whole like the Hell Hydra scene in the elevator, like there was just so many great moments in Civil War, bro. Like this was, or not Civil War, but Winter Soldier. Like this was a really, really good film. My favorite of all of them. And we're gonna go into the next one. Civil War, it's in the fire section. Once again, it's the Avenger package special. Getting all your heroes in one movie, and they're out there like just scrapping. Getting the introduction of Black Panther, Spider-Man, Zemo, even though I wanted Zemo on the mask and everything, and we're probably going to get that in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, Civil War was great. This one caused a divide in everybody, and like, you know, you saw them get arrested and whatnot. Yeah, like Civil War was really solid. The scene with T'Challa and I forgot her name. Those basically were the scene where like they checked Black Widow, like you better back up. I don't know what you're doing over here, but you better get up away from here. Get up out of here. It's not for you. Yeah, Civil War was good. I can definitely put it above Ultron, Ant-Man, and right there with Endgame because it was a solid film. Captain Marvel. I'm putting it was alright. I don't think it was as bad as everybody made it seem, or from the people I seen that were just bashing Captain Marvel. I think it's just really hard to do intro stories that like people are just not familiar with. Once again, there's a lot of like world building that you have to do with like Captain Marvel and like, you know, her story and whatnot. And I think they did a really good job with that because you just cover the bases. Now, Captain Marvel 2, I expect to be a banger because at this point, like, your season, you are who you are. Like, I expect things to go crazy. But for the moment right now, Captain Marvel it's alright. It's not up there with Ultron or Ant-Man, but it did its job to get you into the story of, you know, Carol Danvers. Oh, oof. Daredevil. These are the ones I'm gonna rapid fire these ones off because I ain't watched these in like forever, but I do know when I did watch them, they were not okay. Daredevil was a yikes. Phoenix. I put that in Sunday special. I might catch it, you know, I might be on the couch with some popcorn watching it or whatnot, but with X-Men movies, bro, like they just so much potential, but just not understanding how to fully utilize it and, you know, break stories up and, you know, do all that. I think even with that franchise, bro, we got Hellfire Club, we got Apocalypse, and the whole Dark Phoenix. Like, and those in themselves are, you know, sagas that you can make films about. Apocalypse could have been 3 movies. Dark Phoenix definitely could have been 3 movies. Hellfire Club probably could have been 1 or 2, but you can really dive deeper into those, you know, individual films. And just Dark Phoenix is one of the ones where it's like I was a huge fan. I still am a huge fan of, like, you know, the comics and how like crazy Dark Phoenix, like how powerful, how like the Shi'ar Empire, like just that whole space aspect. Like I was expecting them to really like dive deep into that, but you know, it is what it is. Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Now Deadpool 2 is fire. Thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I caught this one by surprise. I was like, man, let me just, you know, watch it. This was a great movie. Loved it. Deadpool 1, it's an eye film. I feel like it's like the Grand Theft Auto of like the Marvel movies, to where like we're just gonna do a whole bunch of crazy shit and whatever happens, to where you're not really paying attention to the story, you're not paying attention to like, you know, him being as a hero or whatnot. It was just a whole bunch of like, you know, jokes and blood and guts, and which that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Don't get it twisted. Deadpool 2, we kind of got more of him in like a leadership role, but also still maintaining the comedy, the blood guts, the just like why is this happening. Also got Juggernaut in that, which is really dope to see. I think we got more X-Men like moments in Deadpool 2. Next up is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is solid. I really enjoyed this movie. Especially for it being a debut film for somebody, like this is a really good debut. Not as like, you know, I won't say it probably didn't hit with a lot of people because once again, it's one of those characters where not a lot of people know like who Stephen Strange is. Like in person, even me going into this, I didn't know a lot about Doctor Strange. I wasn't expecting Doctor Strange to be as good or as likable as it was for me, but it was. Great film. Kind of let you know, like you can kind of see the similarities between like the Doctor Strange like world with like, you know, the mysticism, like the temples with the monks, and kind of tie that in with like, you know, how, well, completely unrelated, but how Daredevil had like, you know, the monks and everything like that, and how like all the worlds are just like tied into each other, like, and we can definitely see which Marvel heroes pair better with, you know, pair better with each other. Once again, nothing bad about Doctor Strange. Great movie. Highly enjoyed it. On to the next one, which is Elektra. Did not watch this one, so I can't really rank that one. Followed by Fantastic Four, and these I haven't watched in a long time, so I can't really rank these either. Ghost Rider, same thing, so we'll skip these ones. Guardians of the Galaxy. Go, James. Guardians of the Galaxy, hands down. Aside from like Winter Soldier, I done watched that movie like 15 times, bro. Because it's that good of a movie. The cast works like perfectly together. It's shot perfectly. The comedic timing is great. The action. They even handled the space aspect a lot better than most movies. Of course, Chris Pratt kills it. Zoe Saldana, Batista as Drax. Like when that got announced, I was like, we go Batista. Come on, man. But he killed it. He did a really good job. Bradley Cooper as Rocket. Like everybody didn't like outdo each other. It was just an equal collective of like. It was an equal collective of everybody doing like their roles and doing it really well. Guardians of the Galaxy is like the epitome of like the perfect album of like, you know, lyrics are great, instruments are great, it's mixed properly, like the features are crazy. It's the perfect like mold of a Marvel film. Guardians 2 drops down to the solid tier. And I get it because we know we're looking for like his dad and his parents and whatnot. We do get Mantis in this one. Ego was a great villain, but coming off like the heels of like Ronan, and Ronan is like, you know, this Kree. It was like we're kind of taking a step back as far as like threat level. We did get a great look at like the other teams that are all also in space. That was besides like Yondu's team. I think Sylvester Stallone was in this one. And we got to see like what his team was looking like. We also got a glimpse at Adam Warlock, which still hasn't been touched on yet, and hopefully it touched on that, you know, in Guardians 3. But it wasn't fire. It's definitely better than Captain Marvel and Deadpool, but I don't think it's better than these ones up here. So we'll put it in the solid section. Hulk, man, just yikes. But once again, it's an early film, early MCU movies just did not hit. There was a lot of risk taken and not a lot of like, they were filming them like and directing them like action movies, and it just didn't work. And that's no knock to Hulk, because Hulk is a great character. I kind of wish they can figure out some way to make it work for him solo, but as of right now, the Hulk films are just, yeah. Iron Man 1 goes in the GOAT section. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I was watching it back the other day, and I was like, he was actually stranded for a good chunk of the movie. I think it's like 30, maybe 40 minutes of the movie. He's still like stuck tinkering and building his first suit, and then after that we just launch and get out of here. And that's probably my only gripe, was that, bro, like that intro was a nice chunk of the movie. But seeing like, you know, this is what's gonna set it off. Like Wesley threw the lob, Robert Downey Jr. came in and just like that's that movie. And it's great from casting. Like I said, Robert Downey Jr. is probably the best actor in the MCU. He's probably the best actor to portray a superhero. Yeah, like out of the MCU, I think Robert Downey Jr. is the only one who fully like embodied his character really well. Like you believe, like it's funny, you can see like him doing like regular things like on like Kimmel and whatnot, and it's like, oh, it's Tony Stark. It's like, nah, it's Robert Downey Jr. Like he's a completely different person than, you know, his Marvel MCU counterpart. Nevertheless, Iron Man 1, go James, throw it up there. Iron Man 2 was my only because like I cannot stand Mickey Rourke as Whiplash. That's the only thing about this movie that like just I don't like. Not only thing. Nah, it is. Nah, I'm capping. It is. It's just not a believable villain to me. However, in Iron Man 2, we do get War Machine, which is like, hey, 2 Iron Mans. I'm with it. This was also the intro for Don Cheadle as why am I forgetting his names? What is it? I just want to say Rhodes, but I can't remember his first name. Anywho, it's the intro for Don Cheadle. And I guess story-wise, it's great because he feels like he's untouchable. And then like Whiplash comes out of nowhere and like just shakes up his whole world. It's solid. It's not down here. It's solid. Yeah, I can give it that. Yeah, we're cool with that. Next up is Iron Man 3. Whew. Iron Man 3 had the potential to be the best. From his suits getting destroyed to his house getting blown up to him having like, you know, the anxiety attacks. But it falls short because the Mandarin was a fraud. And it was like at that point I wasn't even like trying to like watch the movie because as an Iron Man fan, like I know Mandarin the 10 Rings, bro, is just that's like Fantastic Four and Doom for, you know, Tony Stark. And I was really looking forward to like that battle. And there's no knock to like, you know, the creators or whatnot, but it's just like, bro, that could have been it. That could have been crazy, yo. To where even in my head I was like, maybe the 10 Rings had some kind of correlation with the stones in some kind of way, and that didn't happen. It was all a facade, and we had to deal with the guy who wanted to work with Tony as like the bad guy. It was kind of like the ultimate like, you were mean to me, so I'm gonna get you back in the future kind of story. And it was just like, bro, what? Other than that though, like the introduction of the armor coming to him, or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I just know in Iron Man 3, we saw a ton of armor. The fact that she puts on the armor, Pepper puts on the armor in Iron Man 3 is really dope. And we didn't get to see that again until Infinity War, or, you know, Endgame. But yeah, so Iron Man 3, just because I hate the fact that like what they did to the Mandarin, I'm gonna put it here. It's better than 2, or it's not better than, oof. Is Iron Man 3 better than Iron Man 2? Man, is this solid? What I consider solid? Nah, we're gonna drop you both and put you on the eye. Put you right here, cause y'all not rocking with. They could be. Nah, they're not touching Ultron. Ultron is almost like in between both of these. Ooh, we'll come back to it. I'll debate that later. Going forward, Logan, go James. The best X-Men movie out. It just sucks because it took such a long time to get to like this film. And it was like minimalistic. Like there wasn't that many other X-Men characters because in the movie there's no more mutants. We see Professor X die again. But it was the introduction of X-23. It was the introduction of just like seeing how crazy badass Logan was. I also didn't understand why his healing was not working. And I think they maybe alluded to the fact that he just kept using it, and as the more he used it, it became like less effective. Yeah, Logan was great. I think it's the perfect story of like, you know, fighting for somebody else and protecting somebody else. It was a little not confusing, but it was dope to see like how they turned a clone of him into the villain, but this entire time he's also like partnered with a clone of himself in X-23. It's a great film. It's definitely the best out of the X-Men films, and that's why it's in the GOAT category. It was kind of almost like this Marvel X-Men like Western, where it's like just him by himself rocking through everybody. Yeah, Logan, great film. Highly recommend watching that one for sure. On to the next one. We're gonna skip these ones because I didn't see these. It's been a minute since I watched the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, so I'm kind of gonna hold off on these ones. I didn't see Far From Home. I need to see Far From Home. Homecoming was fire, so I'll put that up there for sure. Into the Spider-Verse is probably the best Spider-Man movie out right now. Yeah, I can definitely say that. I can definitely say Into the Spider-Verse is better than Homecoming. Yeah. Now, out of the Andrew Garfield series, I've only seen the first one, and I actually enjoyed this one a lot. I think, in my personal opinion, I enjoy Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man more than like Tobey or Tom Holland's, only because it's the perfect balance of like, you're not like fully adult, but you're also not like a teenager. So you kind of look the part of maybe being like, you know, that high school senior getting out and being that adult Spider-Man later on. And I feel like he didn't get the just due to like fully like let himself grow. Like he got cut off at the ankles with Spider-Man 2. And rightfully so, because they were going to introduce Spider-Man to Civil War and they wanted to go to a younger direction because it's Marvel, it's Disney, it makes sense. Yeah, didn't see Spider-Man 2 or The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I need to check that one out. The first Avengers film is in the GOAT category. This is a really good movie. And at first I was like, nah, you know, Ultron's better. And I went back and watched Avengers 1, bro. And it's cream of the crop, bro. Avengers 1 is a really good film. Like a really good film. Let's see. We got a whole nope. Didn't see Origin or Wolverine Origins. Thor 1 is that Sunday special. Yeah. And like it's crazy because I like the story of Thor 1, but it's just like one of those ones where like hold on. Thor 1 can be alright. Thor 1 can be up here. It's not a bad film. It's definitely not in the category of this. It's just one of those one where like it's a slow burn. It was dope to see the scene where he's in the like they have like his hammer surrounded and he's you realize he's not worthy. He storms in there, smacks people off, and just couldn't pick up the hammer. And it was like, oh, you're really not that guy anymore. Yeah. Thor 1's not bad. It's not bad at all. We get Coulson in that one. Definitely a lot of Loki in that one. We get the fight with the Frost Giants, and in the beginning where he just goes crazy. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Dark World, although I do enjoy this one, it's the Sunday special. And I like this movie in the aspect of like it gave us more Asgard like elements, but the thing is that they should have dived more into that. Like there should be more like traversal between like the realms, that we kind of understand like what they do and what they don't do, or not what they don't do, but like what that world looks like. And also like the villains were very hard to follow. The fact that there was an Infinity Stone in this one was also like not necessarily like watered down, but it didn't enhance the film in any way. Like the fact that you have to watch this one to understand where one of the stones come from is kind of a hard watch. compared to like, you know, the Tesseract, and like understand like, oh, that's a stone in there, like that's crazy powerful. Let's see, where's Ragnarok is definitely solid. It's fire. Ragnarok was fire. It definitely brought in, they definitely took the Guardians approach of it and gave it like more of a comedic spin and more elements of not necessarily like silliness, but just pop moments where you're like, oh, okay, I got it. Also the incorporation of Hulk and like vitalizing that character was really good. The Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson, did a really good job with that. Why am I forgetting his name right now? I forgot old boy's name, but like his rock buddy. Yeah, it's a good film. Jeff Goldblum, fire film. They definitely bounced back from, you know, being down here to being up here with Thor Ragnarok. And I can't wait for War and Love, because that's gonna get even more dope. And I believe he's with the Guardians right now, if I'm not mistaken. Is Thor with the Guardians? Yeah, no, can't remember. All right, on to the next one. Did not see Venom. I need to see Venom. The first X-Men film is fire. I can watch this one all day, every day, no matter what. The aspect of us, you know, seeing Magneto, the fact that like they put him in like this like plastic chamber, and he just rips the iron out of the security guard's blood because Mystique didn't like drop iron tablets in his stuff. It was a dope film, really dope film, really great intro for the X-Men series. We got Sabretooth in this one. The only thing you can kind of say was kind of weird was like the whole like them turning I think the Senator into like this water putty mutant. That was kind of weird, but it still fit like what was going on in the film. Yeah, nothing wrong with this one at all. Fire movie. Apocalypse goes into the Sunday special. This Days of Futures Past Sunday special. First Class I enjoyed, and I think that was a solid movie. I think they did a really good job with First Class. Is this one with like the weird Deadpool, where like it's not really Deadpool and he's just sitting there looking like a testicle? Yeah, that goes in yikes. Last Stand goes in yikes. Once again, just handling the Dark Phoenix like persona, like they fumble that bag a lot. And I guess it's just a hard story to tell within just one movie, and that's probably my point, is that it's a really hard story to tell because there's so much going on. X2, let me think. This is one with Stryker. Nightcrawler comes in this one. It's a Sunday special. It's a Sunday special. It's not up here with these ones for sure. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's correct. Gotta watch X2 on a Sunday. You're like, oh, it's just X-Men 2 on. Same thing with Days of Future Past. Same thing with X-Men Apocalypse. Like, they're not like bad movies. It's just those stories are just so crazy, bro. Days of Future Past, like even in the cartoon was like 4 episodes. Like, it's just hard to like package all that up into one, bro. Yeah, moral of the story that the X-Men needs more time. If they give me like a Snyder cut of like X-Men and where you like we fully flush out everything, it's probably a fire film, probably a fire franchise. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we're on the doubles now. Yeah, cat in the hat. All right. Yeah, I think this is my tier list of Marvel movies and Marvel franchises. Would I switch anything right now? Just going back through. I think we wrap it up here. Tweet me in a week and my decision might be different about Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. One of them might be above the other. I'm probably go back and watch them, sometime this week or, sometime in the near future. But right now we're gonna keep him right here. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Hope you guys agree with me in some way. If you don't, that's also fine. Let me know in the comments why you don't agree. And we're gonna get out of here. Until then, I will catch you guys on the flip. It's been real. I'm not gonna touch it. It's been real. I hope you guys enjoy your day, night, whatever you guys are on right now, whatever kind of time schedule. And I will catch you guys later. Peace out.